Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. Going to spend some time with my good friend, Charles ALvarez. He is with Cornerstone Business Academy. CornerstoneBusinessAcademy.com is his website. I've worked with Charles now for almost 2 years. He helps me with my business as a consultant in sales and marketing. Transformative is the work that he does, and I love his work. And I love that I get to bring him on the program, and also that he brings great guests like our guest today to talk about what's happening on the business front. And welcome to today's show, my friend.
Always a pleasure being here, Kevin.
Glad to have you on. Tell us a little bit about Cornerstone and your guests.
Well, Cornerstone Business Academy is in business to add 25 to 30% in sales to the top line of the companies that we work with. And then also, once we get into it, add an additional 25% to the bottom line as well. And speaking of adding to the bottom line, we've got Sushant Misra, who is the CEO and founder of Trep Talks Media. Sushant, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Sushant, real quickly, give us your elevator speech. Kind of give us an overview of what your company is all about and what you do.
Yeah, definitely. So Trep Talks Media is an online learning and education platform for digital entrepreneurs. And basically what that means is we help small businesses find their ideal customers and be strategic about finding them and creating profits from them online. And we also provide consulting services as well as helping people and businesses implement their marketing.
Very good. Charles?
So, Sushant, you talked about implementing their marketing. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, as you know, Internet is relatively new. In the last 20 years, it has really changed how people do businesses. And the problem with that is, as you may know, recently the IPO of Alibaba. It is an e-commerce company, and it's I was reading today that it's one of the biggest IPOs in the history. The problem is that most of the businesses are small businesses, and being a small business and the Internet being so new, they don't often have a very good understanding of how to go about using Internet and online technology and tools that are available for their advantage. So that's where we come in. Our business, Trep Talks Media, creates educational courses, videos. We bring on some of the biggest experts in different online marketing techniques and technologies, and we help them find the best strategy to reach their ideal clients, as well as learn how to go about using the different tools and technologies of the Internet.
Very good, very good. How old is your company?
Our company is about 2 years old. Before this, I was in the e-commerce industry, and that's how I got interested in the Internet marketing industry. And I realized that there were not a lot of educational programs out there that really teach the practical aspects of using the Internet and the technology. And that's where I saw the opportunity. And decided to bring on the experts who have actually used Internet technologies to gain success online and bring their education to the masses.
Yeah, very good. Go ahead, Charles.
So, Sushant, let me ask you this question. So there's, more than one or two, social media / e-commerce marketing companies here in Houston, and a matter of fact, across the nation, and also in Canada, where you're from. And most of them prove to be extraordinarily, as you may know, ineffective. What makes you all so good?
Well, that is very, very true. And the reason, there are a couple of reasons for that. Number one, as I was mentioning before, Internet is so new and things are evolving. The Internet technology is evolving so quickly that small businesses are mostly confused about how to go about using them. So even though they go about hiring companies out there, they don't know where their money is getting invested, how those companies are using their money, and the kind of ROI. So if you're talking about something like social media, if a small business hires a third-party company to implement their social media, at the end of the day, they don't know what ROI was for them. So what we do is we actually try to educate small businesses in the best ways of using social media. So we would find experts, top of industry experts, and we would bring them and ask them questions and create videos where they share a lot of times they are counterintuitive strategies and tactics that actually work in terms of bringing ROI for the business. So that is one way that we differentiate ourselves is we actually the educators in our academy are successful entrepreneurs and people who are actually at the forefront of the internet technology. The second way we differentiate is we differentiate by being more strategic than tactical, which means that, as you said, there are so many different technologies in the internet, whether it's social media, email marketing, display advertising, Facebook marketing, all of these things. So we don't just go about, someone comes to us and says, we want to find more customers in our niche or industry. So we don't just go about and saying, do some Facebook marketing. We actually go about going through with them through a process where we identify what their actual product is and who their ideal customer is. And based on the resources that they have at their disposal, we go about creating a strategy and a mix of marketing tactics that would bring the best ROI for their business.
Yeah, very interesting. So are there particular types of companies that use your services, or is it pretty broad in terms of types and size of businesses?
Well, we are able to help small businesses. We like to work mostly with information marketers and bloggers. We also help small businesses like less than 10 people. So we don't go after, although we can help a lot of different small businesses, we choose to work with like really small businesses that usually don't have the kind of resources to go about hiring third-party marketing companies. So these would be businesses and solopreneurs, internet marketers who would like to learn the technologies themselves and create a strategy for their business and implement it themselves.
Yeah, very good, very good. Charles?
So, Sushant, when I talk to a lot of business owners and they say, look, we want to use all this stuff, but we're having a difficult time measuring that ROI. One of the things I often remind them is that we have to remember the difference between marketing and sales. Marketing is lead generation. Sales is revenue generation. So what are some of the one or two simple tools that if you could just give your top two, I guess, on how to best measure the effectiveness of a marketing campaign using the internet?
Well, that is a good question, and that is kind of a vague question as well, because not measuring the ROI can be direct and indirect. So something like social media, how do you go about measuring the ROI for social media? The thing is that you try to convert your leads from social media into email leads, and from there you can build relationships with your email leads and see how many of those people eventually end up buying your product or service. Now, we recommend using tools like Google Analytics that is freely available to businesses, and that is a great tool to be able to measure some of these numbers. But ultimately, measuring ROI can be difficult with internet technology. Some of the tools like Facebook ads or Google ads or Google Display Network, they are more of they're more easy to measure in terms of how many people clicked on your ad and what eventually happened. Did they convert into a lead? Did they buy your product and things like that? With other things like social media, it's a little bit difficult, but eventually one of the most important things for internet marketers is for a lot of small businesses, even larger businesses, is to be able to get their ideal client's email address so that they have the opportunity to build their build relationships with them, and hopefully have the opportunity to for them to be able to get their products or service.
Yeah.
So we are creating a course. We are in the process of creating a course for that specific topic. And if people want to get more information about that course, they can go to my website. We have created a specific website for this purpose. It's called listandemail.com, and they can get some free information about that there.
All right. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you so much for
All right. Do you want to mention again, you can check out his website over there at, I saw it here. Where was that website? One more time.
So my main website is called treptalks.com, and if people want to get more information about email marketing specifically, they can go to my other website. It's called listandemail.com.
Very good. And then Charles Alvarez, where can they get you?
You can go to cornerstonebusinessacademy.com, and there's tons of free resources there after Sushant gets you the leads. So Sushant can get the leads, and we'll process them for you.
There you go. Make those leads into clients. I love it. All right. Thanks to both of you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
When we come back, much more for you. I do want to remind you, best content here shows up over there at usdailyreview.com, and you're listening to The Price of Business.